Hey everyone, happy Friday. Looking good, looking real good on this Friday evening. What a day it's been. I hope that you enjoyed it. Got a little break between storm systems, and 70s and sunshine is how we did it today. Just fantastic. What a great way to wrap up the week. This is our Plaza Cam, time 7:52 here on Friday, in case you catch this later and not the live version, you catch the recorded version. Nice way to end the day. And in the week too. All right, so we're looking at our next system that's on the way for us for our weekend. It's going to be here Saturday. We'll have storms around for part of Saturday, but it won't be all day long. So when can we expect those? When can we expect dry time over the weekend? And we're in the all clear. And what we're looking for next week, we're tracking something there too that could be kind of bumpy weather. So let's get to work here as we go through the forecast. If you have any questions, I've got the Facebook stream up. We've got comments ready to go. Shoot them my way. Be happy to answer them, as many as I can. All right, so here we start the next 3 days. The bottom line is on Saturday, we're going to have storms around, but in the morning. So we have a first warn in play that the first, maybe not even half of the day, but you're going to start the day with storms. Advance warning there if you've got baseball games or soccer games, anything like that going on, plans outside. At times, you probably won't be able to get them in, but we'll break free as we get to the afternoon. Upper 60s all weekend long. Sunday, there's a low rain chance. Most of us are going to be fine on Sunday. And Monday, a big warm-up. We go to about 80 degrees, but a first warn on that one, as storms are looking like a pretty good bet, too. They could be severe. We'll see about that, but it's a possibility at this time. We're working out the fine details, but the ingredients are coming together. So there's another look, as I believe this is our Briarcliff cam, and traffic moving along. No issues from the storms today. We're in the 60s and 70s, heading out this evening. Looking mighty fine. 72 right now in Kansas City. Upper 60s to the north in Bethany and Cameron, and 75 still in Paola. Satellite and radar, not a thing with high pressure over us today, but you can see what we're looking to head our way by tomorrow morning. This is a potent line of storms that's plowing through south central, southwestern Nebraska, and the track is toward us. Now, it's a long way from us. There's another batch that's there in western Kansas, too. So that whole complex, it's what we call an MCS, mesoscale convective system, and that will march eastward. We get these a lot in spring and summertime, too. So those will hold together overnight and be here by tomorrow morning. So here's your next 12 hours. Again, your evening, you're heading out on Friday night and no trouble. Rain chance a big 0 up through about midnight, upper 60s, low 70s. And then once we get to your morning, different story. Here is your Saturday morning. Rain chances here pretty high, about 60% from about 6 until 9 for the metro. Might be noisy, have a lot of thunder and lightning as these blitz on through. It's kind of a thin line I'll show you here in a second. By 10, we're on the back side of it. Still some rain possible, but the chances are starting to tail off by then. And then we get to the afternoon, it'll be better. There is a level 1 out of 5 risk. Not a big risk, but we could see a couple strong cells. So that would be 5 to 10 a.m. across the area. Hail and high wind is a threat here. I think we could have a warning or two. It's just not expected that we get much in the way of severe weather. So here it is on forecast track. There's the line marching in by about 5 in the morning, so before sunrise, especially if you're north and west up there in northwest Missouri. This is 6 o'clock in the morning and what radar may look like on Saturday. It's a fairly screwed together line, and embedded within that could have some gusty showers, but it's in and out pretty quick. All right, let me show you by about 9. The metro's probably already done with the worst of it, so I think 7-ish, give or take an hour. It will be the worst of it in Kansas City. It weakens as it moves east. If you're in Chillicothe and Marshall and Sedalia, your odds of getting anything real stout start to tail off. And once we're past 10, I mean, this is out of here. And we get to your afternoon. I think the afternoon is completely dry. We'll scour some of the clouds out and have some sunshine. So anything going on Saturday afternoon, probably good to go. It looks like it's a quick mover. So, and that helps too, because we won't get a ton of rain out of this on top of all the rain that we've had so far over the past week. It ought to be an inch kind of on the higher end. Some of us will have a ½ inch or less. High temperatures will come down. This thing's riding along a cold front. So in Maryville, low 60s for highs tomorrow. Now the front will take longer to arrive in Sedalia, so you'll be in the low 70s, and in between is Kansas City. So morning showers, afternoon sunshine, but a northwest breeze holds temperatures down at about 10 to 15 miles per hour. So today we made it to 73, about 5 degrees cooler tomorrow, something like that. Here's Sunday. There is a little something on Sunday that we're watching, but it's mainly south of our area. Now, there could be a little adjustment here as we get closer to it, but it looks like we'll skate through much of Sunday okay. So this is 9 o'clock in the morning. I'll roll it up till about 3 or 4 in the afternoon. There's 5, and a stray little sneaky shower could come in, but most of us will make it through the day with sunshine or partly cloudy skies and high temperatures. Don't budge a whole lot. It's 60s all weekend long. Might get a couple 70s in there and a spot or two, which is about normal. Hey, we've got a big race this weekend out at the Kansas Speedway. That's at 3 o'clock is when the flag drops on Sunday, and we'll keep that low 20. It's just a 20% chance for the back half of the race, where we can see a little bit, but otherwise, going to be good. I know we've got a lot of people that have been camping out there and kind of found a good spot between storm systems for Sunday for the race. Now, this is what we're tracking for next week. There's a strong storm system that will move across the Rockies, and what I'm showing in the red and the orange and yellow is the energy in the atmosphere. It's what we call instability. You have to have that to have storms, and especially strong storms, and it's all pushed down in Texas and Arkansas, Louisiana, Mississippi, places like that on Sunday. This is for Sunday, so no storms on Sunday. Then we get into Monday, watch that low come by, grab that energy, yank it up our way, and we could have a fairly significant severe event somewhere. Doesn't necessarily mean here. I'll show you the map here in just a moment, but this is a stout storm system, and it's probably going to produce quite a bit of severe weather in places. For us, this is a line of storms that looks to come through, I think, late Monday, probably near or after sunset and into Monday night is the way it looks right now. My graphic just updated, so the Storm Prediction Center is who issues this. Let me clean this up for you and show you the highlighted zone. Maybe you can spot it. It's the yellow and the orange, but it's a multi-day event. So this would be Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday that we would have this somewhere. For us, it's going to be Monday and Wednesday as our potential threat areas. So let's clean this up, and then I'll get it back. There we go. We got to get this one off, resave this, and then I'll show you the updated version. Oh, it's already coming through. Good. So there it is. This is Monday's risk zone. And what it looks to happen, and we had this happen last week, is storms will fire in central Kansas, give or take Wichita. That's a level 3 out of 5 risk. And that's where we could see everything. You know, hail, high winds, there's a tornado threat there. That will be in the afternoon, and then by our Monday evening, those get pushed our way. And depending on how well they hold together, we could see some severe weather to the east of where they start and where they would be most intense, and that includes the Kansas City area. So we'll say severe weather is possible. We're tracking that. The fine details, you know, again, still have to wait till we get a little bit closer, see everything come into focus. But advanced warning that Monday and Monday evening, really Monday evening, Monday night, could be stormy for us. So we'll see how that plays out. We'll have more on that. We're going to be tracking that throughout. You don't see the map and the radar. We'll go back. I'll do this one more time. Valerie, we'll hit you in just a moment. Maybe it didn't come through. I saw it on my end, but maybe it didn't come through on your end. So there's your 7-day forecast. First warns every other day. We're still in this pattern where every other day something comes through, and that is Saturday with the morning storms, and then again on Monday with the evening potential for severe weather, and then Wednesday there's another shot in there that could be strong, although I think most of that's going to be southeast of Kansas City. But if you're in the southeast part of the coverage area, Sedalia, Warrensburg, some of those spots, then you could have some strong storms there. Temperatures warm up quite a lot. Next week we'll be in the upper 70s generally to low 80s, and then by the end of the week it looks quieter at this point. It's just it's been such a busy stretch that we'll see if that trend holds. Right now it looks okay. So sunshine for Thursday and Friday. Okay, we'll go through this one more time in case you just are joining us. Do a quick run through. Don't see any maps. Are my maps not showing up at all? Can somebody tell me that on here? Let's try this again. How about now? See if that's better. I had to make an adjustment. See if this is working better. All right. Next 3 days. Is this one coming through? No. Okay. Well, I don't know what's going on, guys. Gretchen, I'm sorry. Thank you so much for telling me, but here's our maps. Now we can. Okay. Well, good. It worked. For those of you that were watching me just stare at the camera and didn't see my maps, I apologize. We'll go through this again then. Here's your next 3 days. Saturday, morning storms around. That's why we have the first warn, and then the afternoon looks better, upper 60s, and Sunday mainly dry, upper 60s, and then another one comes in on Monday. Big warm-up, but severe storms will be possible on Monday. So maybe you didn't see the map. I'll show it to you again. There we go, live look on our Friday. Mighty fine. Traffic's flowing. We're getting ready to go out. Looks fine. Temperatures upper 60s, low 70s right now. Very pleasant outside. Satellite and radar is nice and quiet. And this is what's coming our way next, that line of storms out of Nebraska. So this is Nebraska and Kansas where we have stout line that's moving eastward, and that's what's going to fly through overnight and into tomorrow morning. So for now, it's a long way away. We're fine for your plans tonight, but by early tomorrow morning, you see the rain chances pick up, and here's tomorrow morning as a whole. From 6 to 9 is basically the window in the Kansas City metro where we see some showers and thunderstorms through. By 10, it starts to tail off. Temperatures will be in the upper 50s to low 60s. There is a risk that some of these could be on the strong side, level 1 out of 5. So not necessarily anything big, but a cell or two could make some hail, some high winds. Not out of the question from 5 to 10. Here it is on forecast track. There's your morning line of storms in and out rather quickly, but it will probably be fairly potent in the morning. You'll hear a lot of lightning and some rounds of heavy rain. By about 9, watch it already moving east in Marshall and Sedalia and Warrensburg, places like that. And Kansas City just has some backside showers. I think our prime time will be about 7 to 8 in the metro. And then we get to the afternoon, and it looks fine. It looks fine. We're drier for the afternoon. Plans outside, good to go. High temperatures, a little cooler than today, especially if you're up north. Maryville, about 62. 65 St. Joe. Upper 60s in Kansas City, 70s as it's going to take longer for this cold front, which is bringing the storms, to reach Sedalia. So you should briefly touch the low 70s there. Good thing with that line of storms, too, is because it's fast moving, we don't get a ton of rain. It just doesn't have the time to produce a bunch. Now, you could get an inch out of that. I think that's on the high end, but a lot of us about a half inch, quarter inch, something like that. Sunday, little system down to our south, and I think that's where it stays for the most part. It just misses our coverage area. Southern Missouri could be pretty wet. For us, though, we just get these little dribbles of rain that may try to bust free from that main area of showers. So we'll keep a slight chance for Sunday, otherwise partly cloudy. High temperatures still in the upper 60s to low 70s. Not a bad looking into the weekend, and not bad for the big race that we have out at Kansas Speedway. So the Advent Health 400, tons of people out there. 60s will do it. Just a low rain chance, 5, 7. I don't think we're going to have big trouble. And then next week, this is what we're tracking with this strong storm system coming in out of the Rockies. And I'm showing you the red and yellow and orange. That's the energy for storms. That's what we call instability. You have to have that to get storms, especially strong ones. And as this storm system slides closer to us, which will be on Monday, so what I started with was Sunday, and now we're into Monday, your energy builds, and we set the table for the potential for severe weather. So it's just the ingredients coming together. We don't have fine details yet, but the picture's there. This is what radar could look like by Monday evening. Maybe a broken line of storms coming through, but they could be rather strong. The way it looks right now is what we had similar to last week, where storms will start in Kansas, and that would be on Monday afternoon, and then they will move eastward by Monday evening and Monday night. How well will those hold together? We don't know yet. But we can say that there's a good chance, in this zone, this yellow zone, which is a level 2 out of 5, the orange in Wichita is a level 3 out of 5 risk for severe weather, that anywhere in that zone, there's the potential for strong to severe storms. So it's got our attention. It's a fairly strong setup. We're not in the core of it, but we could have some rough weather on Monday evening, Monday night. So severe weather is possible. That's mainly for the metro and points to the west. And then there's your 7-day forecast. We actually have another one behind that. So it's still, again, every other day. It's Saturday, it's Monday, it's Wednesday. Wednesday could see some severe weather. That would be mainly southeast of Kansas City, the way it looks right now. So 60s for the weekend, upper 60s. But then the warm up, and we'll be in the 70s and 80s next week. And we'll be watching for more storms. It's May in the Midwest, and this is prime time, severe weather time, and it feels like it around here lately. Okay, so that's the story, everybody. We're going to have updates at 10 o'clock. I can see on the 10 o'clock news and let you know if anything changes, especially with tomorrow morning. I think the timing's pretty well secured, but we're going to see if that changes at all by 10 o'clock and if we have any more information for Monday or Wednesday with those rounds, or even Sunday. Sometimes the weather data changes and the storm system adjusts track. Will Sunday stay dry? Right now, I think it's going to be okay, but we'll bring you all the updates coming up at 10 o'clock. I still have to go look through the latest weather data. So have a good night. Have a great weekend. Thank you so much for joining us, and we'll have all the updates through the weekend here, too. We'll have meteorologist Savannah Tennyson, and in the morning you can catch her for an update. Have a good night.